In today's architecture, there's more to it than just beauty and uniqueness in a structure. In order to create a truly unique design, the architect would have to create a more complex system in the building that allows the building to function while still retaining its uniqueness. One of the most common methods in multi-story construction is the stacking method. Stacking in architecture is commonly used for modular stacking, vertical repetitions, and modal simplage. Stack architecture is an arrangement of stacked modular features that provides a diverse range of functions, technical systems, and creates a one-of-a-kind living, working, and playing environment. Why stacking? There are a variety of approaches that can be used to a stacking design to generate space or even extra functionality that can benefit the structure in both architectural and the technical system. Stacking system could be based on the building system itself, reducing the complexity of the various system and making them more organized and simple to construct and install. The main core of a building system would lead to three separate parts: the structure, circulations, and water system. These are three areas where the concept of stacking with building system could be applied in architecture. Structure. For stacking with structure-wise, Writhing Tower, designed by LYCS Architecture, would be an interesting case study to explore in. The Writhing Tower is a rotation of a stacking system. The stacking pattern of this tower are A, A, B, B. The A and A has the same rotation degrees. This also adapts to the B and B. The A and B are the main units that consist the turret space, which is supported by cantilever beams. In this picture, the red square represents the stair and elevators. And here, a combination of third and fourth plans shows that the joining points of this building are the stair and elevators area. This also shows in the sections which you can see within the red square. The another joining point of the Writhing Tower structure is the 8 columns, one at the north of the plan, one at the south of the plan, and 6 surrounding the stair and elevators. These 8 columns rise from the first floor to the final floor of the buildings. This shows about the structure in the stacking system. Circulations. Another method of stacking is the repetitive circulations of the human path, which create a system that could be the concept stacking of the buildings. Elevators and stairs could be used to stack the buildings, which could also serve as a connecting system between multiple buildings. In Habitat 67, designed by Moshe Safdie, all the parts of the buildings, include the units, the stacking elevators core, and the stairway, act as the load-carrying members that are connected to each other by post-tensioning, high-tension rods, cables, and weldings. Water system. Another stacking technique is stacking with the water system or the plumbing system and drainage system. Drainage and water plumbing system could be used as a stacking system as well. Multi-story buildings necessitate drainage, sewage, and ventilation system that can be accommodate a large number of people living in a vertical arrangement. The drainage system stacking could easily run down to the ground level due to gravity, called the downfeed. In buildings, a plumbing system is used to provide waters called the upfeed. It used a distribution system of pipes by a transfer pump to deliver water up to the roof tank. A multi-story building is one that cannot be served fully and adequately by the municipal water supply due to the insufficient pressure. A single or duplex booster pump must be installed in the basement of the buildings to help the building's water pressure be more evenly distributed. The water system is most likely to be installed alongside any area that requires the usage of water, for example, kitchen, laundry, or the toilet. The pipe must run along the toilet area, regardless of where the toilet is placed. Most multi-story buildings, however, are likely to stack the toilets in one-line stacking, which could reduce the complexity and the time of installations and labor, while also reducing materials and bringing sustainability to the design. One of the case studies that we could look at is the Maisons-des Etudiants in Canada. In Maisons-des Etudiants, the plumbing and drainage system is properly arranged together in one area. Since the toilets are stacking straight up in one line, which help decrease the excessiveness of the pipe distancing between the toilet in each floor levels. Air conditioning system. Another element to consider is the air conditioning system. Since air conditioning is the biggest consumer of energy, to reduce complexity during the installations, air conditioner compressor is installed on the same building site, connected to condensate drain and mostly stacked as one line, similar to water system stacking. So, it is necessary to use stacking knowledge to design the placement of air conditioner compressor and air conditioning system because it could affect the elevations view and the facade design of the buildings. Moving on to different ways to stack buildings based on shape and functions. The first one is the shifting of architecture. Shifting is a method that is often used in stack architecture. The module is placed vertically on each other while remaining on the y-axis. Each module can be replaced in a slightly different directions. This would create cantilever space and new space on top surface of the underneath modules. Advantage. This method of shifting can benefit vertical buildings as the method will create more space and additional functions in the upper levels. The diagram here demonstrates the shift in the buildings. Next is rotating. Rotating method is new term of stacking with more translation to the design. The stack form is going to remain the y-axis the same, which is the center of each module. However, each module can rotate in the x-axis, creating the interesting form of the stacked buildings. Lastly, the space changing. It refers more to the interior and the programming of the space user used. Stacking can come in the form of space transfer, which remain the same amount of space. The changing component is space organizations, which can be much more complex than just rotating and shifting method. The room or space move must remain the proportions. However, the location or place will be up to the designer, functional, and concept of the space. Some advantages are the complexity illustrates the unique form of the buildings and the room can be more organized. To conclude, multi-story buildings stacking system can refer to a variety of stacking method. It could be stacked in terms of building system to help reduce the building complexity, or stacking in form to improve the building's functionalities and help enhance the uniqueness of the buildings.